1:38 p.m. Santa Monica Beach. It was another good day in the future, and the future spies knew that there was no place to be than Santa Monica Beach. Despite that they do have a pool at their beach house, future Nick and future Alex were getting lunch for everyone, as the future Brittany and two other families were relaxing at the beach. Future Sam and Clover with their new babies. "I couldn't stand being cooped up indoors for one more day," Sam told the others. "I hear you, Sammy," Clover quipped. "I have been meaning to give my baby some fresh air, but I just kept getting sidetracked." Sam was also coddling her new baby herself with Matt by her side. She then put her little one on her lap so she could see the ocean. "At least our future kids are already grown," Matt said. "I hear ya," Sam replied. "I still feel like I got a little bit left behind a bit," Clover told them. "Well, to be fair, you have gone for your fair share of boys since Bev High School, Clover," Sam stated. "Until Blaney came along," Matt said. "Of course, I suppose," Clover stated. "I wouldn't trade her for anything myself," Blaney laughed. "Aw, Blaney," Clover giggled. Sam then looked over at Canna and Clee playing with each other near the shoreline. Hey, no fair using your powers, Clee," Canna sputtered as Clee splashed her. "You never said I couldn't," Clee laughed. In retaliation, Canna splashed Clee with a much bigger splash that distracted Clee just long enough for Canna to dive forward and send them both crashing back into the water. "Oh, it looks like they're coming back with our lunches," Matt told the others. "You'd be right, bro," Nick said. "Oh, thank you, Brittany," Matt sighed over his own lunch coming. "But nevertheless, we did promise Clee we'd go in the water to play with her," Alex giggled. She sat down while keeping her own baby snugged in her hands-free device to keep her baby Anya in. "Oh, I think Mama's back with lunch," Clee told Canna. "Just in time," Canna laughed. Future Nick just couldn't help but smile at Anya. The memories of this time had forgotten land was still coursing through his mind. "I think I could guess what's on your mind, honey," Alex quipped. "I still can't believe it's actually her," Nick responded. "I honestly thought I'd never see her again after all that." "She did say she'd always be with you," Alex said. "I guess that was just her way of showing it." Nick remembered that moment Anya had been born, the first time he had glimpsed over into her eyes, and he could immediately feel that pull, that connection that future Nick had knew so well. Before Nick could reflect on the past, a splash of water drenched both of him and Alex, causing the two of them to spin around and notice Clee standing there with a big grin on her face. "Hey, what did we say we have some fun in the water?" Alex chuckled. "Let's do it, sweetie," Nick proclaimed, as the two of them rushed in to join their daughter on the water. In all, the spies were glad to be enjoying their day at the beach, also happy in seeing that spending time at the beach time hadn't really changed after 21 years. Sam then looked down at her baby and couldn't help but smile herself. "I even often wonder how I got so lucky," Sam sighed in happiness, as even Matt leaned over to kiss her on the cheek. "I asked that the same thing a lot," Matt responded. "But I look at you and our kids, and I know for a fact I wouldn't change a thing." "Oh, you," Sam giggled. She and her husband moved over to join everyone else for lunch. Canna let Clee be with her parents and came in for lunch on her own. "Hungry, hon?" Matt asked Cannon. "Nah. Yeah, you bet, Dad," Canna giggled. "Hey, sweetie, your lunch is here," Sam told her. "Thanks, Mom," Canna replied as she dug into her lunch. "Ah, you made the best sandwiches, Mom." "I do, don't I?" Sam giggled. She then started eating, and Matt kept her comfortable, and while Brittany was there too. "Wow, you worked up an appetite," Matt commented at Canna. She nodded and grinned. "So we haven't heard about your new baby, Sam?" Clover asked. "Yeah, we just, named her Molly," Brittany replied. "One thing's for sure," Clover commented. "She looks an awful like you, Sam." "She sure does," Sam answered. "I won't disagree there," Matt replied, as he gave Molly a tickle under her chin. "Hey, you got all wet, huh?" Brittany giggled as future Nick and Alex and Clee came back from the water. "Yeah, I got Papa with the old up and over like you always do," Clee laughed. You'd think after all this time I would see it coming, Nick quiped. The water is great, you know, Alex giggled. No doubt, Nick added. We'll just have our turn later, Matt grinned as they ate their lunches. Thanks, Dad. I was going to ask that later, Kanna giggled. Once again, I must reiterate is the glorious day out there, Clover proclaimed. I'm so glad it hasn't changed for so long. Tell me about it, Brittany chuckled. I'm just even glad we got our own part in that, when you stop to think about it. Yeah, no matter how many dastardly but baddies pop up and disrupt our peace, we'll still stomp every single one of them, Alex responded. We fight to protect this world, Blaney stated. That's how it always been. So we can keep this world peaceful, both of us and our kids, Sam stated. Statements exactly, my love, Matt responded. I literally could have said it better myself, Sammy, Nick quiped. Yeah, that's what being a spy is all about, Clee proclaimed. Fighting bad guys to protect the present, the past, and the future, Kanna laughed. As if on cue, both Molly and Anya made a cute, squeaky noise in response, almost as if they agreed. Glad to see you agreeing with us, Anya, huh? Nick chuckled. Well, I think it's our turn to have some fun in the water, Matt stated, as Sam handed Molly off to future Brittany so they could both head to the water with Kanya. Race you there, Dad, Kanya laughed as she ran back to the water, her parents following close behind. All in all, it was a wonderful family day at the beach for the spies for the future. They knew not to take moments like this for granted, after all. And that, my pretties, was Some Things Never Change, a Totally Spies fanfiction written by Mat49324. My final thoughts on this story? Well, this is actually a pretty interesting concept for the story, you know. This is like, it seems like it's taking place years into the future with, you know, the Totally Spies. Now, I honestly could really see this being the case because we all know, you know, the spies like to do stuff like this. And this taking place a couple years into the future, I'm honestly very surprised at how well made this was. It's a pretty good story, and I know it's a short one, but it's still a pretty good story. I do like the fact that, you know, them having kids of their own. I thought that was pretty cute. I mean, I thought that was really cute and awesome. And I could definitely say right now, Mat49324, you did an awesome job with this story. Now, I did spot maybe a few grammatical errors in the story, but despite that, I honestly found it readable. It was enjoyable. I like the concept. It's cute. I mean, it's a really good story. I honestly really gotta say myself. I mean, I miss the summer too, and I mean, I like the summertime. I mean, well, because of the only thing I don't like is the heat, but I still like the summertime though. And this honestly is making me wish that it was summer already. I know we're still in winter right now, but we'll get there eventually in the summer this year. We'll definitely get there eventually, folks. Anyways, this story was definitely a cute one. It's a short one, but it's definitely a good one. And it's definitely a sweet story. It's been a while since I've touched a Totally Spy story, so I thought I'd read this because, you know, it's a pretty good story. It's a good one, and I recommend you guys take a look at it if you haven't. So this is going to be it's on fanfiction.net for any of you guys who are wondering. I will be putting a link in the description so you guys can go check out the story if you want to give it a read yourselves. And yeah. Anyways, I will try and do more Totally Spy stories if I ever get the opportunity to do them. It's just I've been so busy, I've kind of haven't had the time to get to these. I mean, there's a couple other Totally Spy stories by this author that I've read a couple of his stories. I am going to try and look into getting more to those because more of those are pretty cool. But anyways, with that being the case and with that being said, this is just simply my own personal opinion. If you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas. Well, this is not really a creepypasta, but it's a fan fiction. But if I know I just use creepypasta because, well, I say creepypastas all the time. But anyways, yeah, this is just simply my own personal opinion on this story. And if you happen to disagree with me, that is perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these stories. And this is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'm giving this story a 10 out of 10. It's a cute story. I mean, I love how this is taking place years in the future. Like, it actually predicts the future of the Spies, you know, Sam, Clover, and Alex. I mean, looking back at this, it's actually making me want to go watch the show again, even though I haven't watched the show in a while. I mean, I kind of binge watch a couple episodes of it on YouTube, which, of course, there's lots of full episodes of it on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, what did you guys personally think of this story? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me now what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.